Hey guys, welcome back. In this episode, we'll look into the Android Studio and its features, the basic features you should know for developing an Android app. So Android Studio is actually a tool given by Google, which is a very powerful tool with which you can develop the apps for any Android phone. So how to download it? Go to your Google search engine and search for Android Studio and click the first link, developer.android.com. Right now I'm on the Linux machine, so that it's giving me the option for downloading it for Linux. If you are on Windows and Macs, you can go to the download options. You have a classic Windows installer, you have a standalone application. Just unzip it and open it, and there will be an executable where you can execute it. For Mac, you have the DMG. For Linux, you have the Debian format. For Chrome OS and for Linux, we have the gunzip tarball. Just uncompress it, go to the folder bin and execute the shell script file, that is studio.sh/studio.sh. You will land in this dialog. So this is the first dialog Android Studio will give for you, where you can open an existing Android Studio project. You can get from the version control Git, and there are pretty much different options available. So we will create a new Android Studio project by clicking this. So we are given with ready-made templates available given by the Android Studio. This is, I already said, it's a very powerful tool. Like, you can start building it right away. Like, if you want to build a activity with map, you can select this. If you want a login activity, you can select this. If you want a navigation drawer, like when you swipe from the left side, you want to see the list of options, such a kind of an app, you can select this one. But right now we're going to see about the features of the Android Studio. So I'm going to select the empty activity and click next. I'm going to give the name for this project in the sense the application's name. Hope you understand. So our application's name is going to be first application. And if you're from Java domain, you will very much understand like what is package name. You have to give in this format, like the domain of your company and the name of your company and the application name. It's a conventional style followed from the beginning. Like, if you are from an organization, this application is going to be representing an organization. You can give a org, anything, any string dot name dot the name of the application. So the name of the application I'm giving here is the first application, and this is the place where the project is going to be created, a folder first application, where all our files related to our project is going to be presented there. As I already said, like, I'm in the Linux machine, so it's showing. If you are on Windows Max, it will show your exact folder. Now the language I'm going to use is Java. As everyone knows, that Kotlin is a language which is pretty much supported and promoted by Android. If you are a newcomer, you can directly start learning the Kotlin. I feel like still Java developers are more, and it's easy to explain for them. Here in this tutorial, we are going to learn about the concepts, not about the language. So I thought in the way, like, people, those who know the language well, they can understand the concepts well. If I'm going to teach in Kotlin, it's going to be tougher for the people who are already a good programmer in Java programming language. So here, understanding the concepts is the core part of our tutorial. Okay, minimum SDK. So what is the SDK? SDK is software development kit. When you install the Android Studio, you need to have the internet connection, and it will try to install the software development kit automatically. Software development kit is nothing but the APIs that are exposed by the Android framework is given as is decoupled from there, and it's given as a binary to us. So by using those APIs, extending those classes, we are going to build our application. And SDK has versions because Android is evolving every year. They are releasing new versions. So SDK also has the same version. So if you select API 29, which means Android 10.0, you can see only your app will run approximately 8.2% of devices. Why is it? Because Android 10.0 is a newer one, and people having the device is going to be lesser. If you are going to select the oldest one, this is not the oldest one, but right now Google stopped supporting devices which targets less than Android 4.0. Okay, if you're going to use Android 4.0 and you want to give a new feature in your Android app, to take that feature to this app, to this device, you need to support you need to add more libraries to make this feature work in an older device, because older device won't be having this feature. So that's going to be the difficult part for you. So in the safest way, we can use somewhat like Android 7.0 Nougat, where it is in the hands of at least 73.7% of devices in this world. Okay, now I'm selecting the Nougat option here, and let me click the finish. Now the Android Studio is opened with all its features. Okay, we'll start from the bottom. See, you could notice there are something coming on the bottom, and it just went off because my system is very powerful, so it went off very quickly. Like, it built it and it indexed it. So whatever the Android Studio is doing in the background, you can see in the bottom. Okay, on the left side, you are provided with a view, which is a project view. If you click this, you can close and open this if you want more space for your editor. Okay, on the right side is actually the editor, where whatever files you're selecting, you have to double click it. If I'm going into the rest folder, if I'm going to the layout folder, if I'm double clicking it, it'll open on the right side. Okay, it's something different, right? We'll see this. Let me finish this and come back here. Okay, the project folder is actually having some more views for us. The way how it's going to display the items inside this. So if you close this, this is the app, and we have the Gradle Scripts. Okay, Gradle Scripts is actually a build system the Android is using. So Gradle build.gradle is the file which will say how to build, how to combine all the things and build it and make it as an application. Is written in this in the Gradle system. So we have two build.gradle. One is for the application, another one is for the root. So this is for the project and this is for the application. And you'll be having a settings.gradle, which is similar to a manifest, where you can have what and all we are going to build in this project. For example, you may not only have one app, like we'll call it as a module. You can have some libraries, and you can build multiple libraries also, and that libraries might be consumed by your application. So you may have multiple build.gradle file if your application is growing, but for a project you will be having one Gradle file. Okay, now this is the application. All the files we are going to work with will be inside the app folder. Okay, before explaining this, let me quickly show you how to change the view. If you want it to look like a project view, you can click the project view. The view will be in a different format. If you want to look as a package view, you can look as a package. If you are from Java domain, you can. If you want to look as a folders, each folders individually, you can view like this. And Android Studio by default will show you like this. Okay, let's stick to this and let's explain one by one. So what is a manifest? Okay, there is a folder manifest, and it's having an Android manifest.xml file. Okay, this is like a first page of a book, which means like what the book is about. What is the title of this book? What is the content the book is going to have? What kind of things that's written in this book? Everything will be on the first page. Similarly, this manifest is what, when you try to install your application in your Android device, the Android device will look into this manifest and pass this content and see what this application is about. Like, what are all the resources this application is going to use? Like, is it going to use the location? Is it going to use the Bluetooth? I might need to ask the permission from the user for this application to use the Bluetooth. Is this application going to use the camera? And everything is going to be written here. And this is in the XML format. It starts with manifest and ends with the manifest. And there is an application tag, finishing with the application tag, and it has one activity. Activity is actually the user is going to interact with, and the name for that activity is the main activity, which is a Java file, which you have already seen. The studio has opened for us, and the name for this application will be in Android label. If suppose you want to change the name of this application, pretty much you can change it here itself. You can give the raw string, but the conventional way is declare your string in the resources and then refer it here. That is the neat approach. Okay, we have seen the manifest. Now we'll look into the Java folder. Java folder will consist of all the Java files that we're going to have in our project. Right now, Studio has created one for us, which is main activity, and extending the app compare activity. From where this app compare activity is coming from is from the SDK. As I previously mentioned, the APIs are bundled as a SDK and given to us. So this app compare activity is running on your Android device. When I'm going to extend this, I'm going to use the features in the app compare activity. Okay, now we'll look into the REST folder. So what is the REST folder? So let me close this and say, so this is where the dynamic content, the coding, your logic, everything is going to be there. The rest is going to have all the static content, the resources to build your application, like the images, you have the layouts, the buttons, the text view, the edit text, or anything that you are seeing on your screen. We are going to have this under the REST folder, which is called as the resources folder. And you have another subfolders inside that is values. The values that we are going to use. Suppose I'm going to use this color in many of the places of our application. So let me declare it here and refer this with this name. So right now, by default, we have 3 colors. This will be on the top of the app on the action bar. One is the color primary dark, then color primary and color accent. And strings. If I'm going to use the string in many places, I can declare it here and refer the name from here. Then styles. Styles will have all the themes that I'm going to support in this app, I'm going to use in this app. Like I'm going to have the dark action bar. So these are all the stuffs will be in the values folder. Drawable, you can have 2 ways of having drawable. One is the raw images like PNG, JPEG format. Another one is you can define some XML. It's very powerful. Android, you can draw something like you can have a vector, and this vector, what I'm going to draw, or how to create a image icon in XML. Okay, now mipmap. Mipmap is actually as the images that we are going to support for multiple form factor. For example, the Android phones ranges from phone to tablet to TV. So we have to support multiple form factors. We need to have that particular size of the images. So those things will be inside this mipmap. And then layout. Okay, why I came here last is layout is where we're going to show the UI in our application. So that UI may fill the entire screen or maybe a part of the screen. That depends upon how we are going to define it. So the layout is actually the core part of the UI that is going to be rendered by the Java program. So here we will write all the layouts, buttons, text view, what are all the UIs we need. We're going to use this layout folder and define it here. You can create a number of layouts and then you can use it. If you right click, go to new and then click layout resource file, it will give you a dialog where we can give the name for the file name. You can have the constraint layout. Let me select relative layout and then click OK. Now you are presented with another layout. And the right side for layout alone, the Android Studio will give you a different view. From this view, you have the palette here. You can drag and drop whatever you want. Like I want a button, I can simply drag and drop. If you want the image view, you just drag and drop. And what images you want, avatars, background, scene, you can select and it will come here. And so you can align it, but I'm not a big fan of this one. Why? Because if you want to develop a rich looking UI without understanding the layout, if you go for simply drag and drop, you cannot bring a better UI for your Android app. So we will learn and focus on the layouts, how the elements are going to be placed. We will test our creativity. We will learn about the layouts in the upcoming tutorials. So, okay, right now you have seen this view, and see here are the 3 options. One is for code, one is for design, and another one is for split. If you have a bigger screen, You can use the split, you can code here, and quickly you can see on the right side. Okay, how to build this app? To build this app, you have to press this play button here, which is run app, or you can use the option build bundle APKs and then click build APK. When you build like this, you can see the status on the bottom, which means it is building it. If you click this, you can see the progress here, or if something is happening, if it is downloading some library, everything you can see it over here. Okay, let it build. Now you notice that build APK has been come, which means your APK has been built successfully. Okay, where to get that APK? You have to go into the project view. If you go into the project view, go into the app, you can see a folder called build. And if you go into the output folder, APK debug, here is your app. This app you can install in your Android phone, and you can now view what you have developed. Here are the menus on the top, where we can go to the file settings to control the settings of the Android Studio. The first one is the appearance. You can search here. If suppose you want to set a proxy, if we are behind a proxy, it will show whatever you want. If you want to change the font size, you can select font. So it's very much intuitive. So appearance, I'm using the IntelliJ theme. If you want a dark theme, you can apply it here and it will change to dark theme. If you want to change the font size, you can change the font size. If you want to change the font size of the editor, which means the content that you are seeing on the screen, if you want to edit that, you have to go to the editor, general, not general, you have to go to the font, and you can change the size of the font if it is smaller for you. So you can do many things with this. I will put a separate tutorial for shortcut keys, because once you are very much aware of the shortcut keys, which will be very much useful for you. And I'm using the Android version, the latest version at this point of time is 4.01. So you are free to download any version, but you will be having almost 90% of the things are going to be the same. Suppose like the split or design code may not be there. Like code and design may be there, split will not be there. So Android Studio is also evolving day by day. They have many features like instant run. Okay, I think I have pretty much covered the basic features of the Android Studio. The Android Studio is very much powerful. You just explore it. You can find many features which will help you to build your apps quickly. Okay, with this I'm signing off. Let's see in a different tutorial. Bye bye.